All right, people. King's back. I got another video for today. I couldn't help it, man. I got to do another one because this will be part two. I'm gonna tell you some downloads I forgot to say that I wasn't able to say in my last other videos. Uh, like I hit all the major ones, but there's a couple things that the FBI needs to be aware of, and all the righteous officials. There's this girl that used to be with an old friend of mine named Michael Garcia. He was a neighbor of mine on Logan next door. And she's not a friend no more. He's a demon now. And I know he's living off my money too. And I know for a fact he's a demon. That fool hates me now for no reason. Absolutely no reason. And we used to be pretty close friends in elementary, but he couldn't handle the heat like I could. You know what I'm saying? So he converted to a demon. Well, he has this baby mom. I'm trying to remember her name. She has like 5, 6, 7 kids, bro. She's a gremlin. You know, you throw water on her, she'll have a baby. Well, I had a dream about her, and I met her through my stepdad's brother Charlie's wife Gina's family. In my dream, I met her through Gina. So I'm guessing Gina and her are best friends. And in my dream I saw her, and I didn't know it was. I'm trying to remember her name, dude. If you say her name, I'll be like, yeah, that's her. Well, she was in my dream, right? And we started talking, and we exchanged numbers. And out of nowhere, she was like, "I want to go home with you, though." And I was like, "What? Damn, girl, you fast." And I was all, "Fuck it, all right, let's go chill then. We'll go chill in my crib." So I brought her over here. This was in my dream. I brought her over here, and the bitch stole my wallet. So I'm chasing her down the block, hunting her down in my car. Hunting her down. I'm hunting her down, and I finally caught her, and she was on Galahad. She was that fast. She made it all the way to Galahad, and I saw her at the corner of Galahad with her kids. She didn't have her kids, but she was with her son, or two of her sons. But just by the way, Michael has a kid by her. Remember, like I was saying, that's his baby mom. Uh, she used to be with some guy named Ignacio that I also know too. That was another neighborhood friend of mine down Tyler Street. Well, she stole my wallet. I told her, "Give me my shit back. I know you stole my wallet. I got my ID, all my information in there. My ID, you need my ID back." She grabs my wallet and she gives it to me, and I'm checking to make sure everything's still in it. I said, nah, you took some shit out. Let me have the rest of that shit. I know what you took. Let me see it. She started giving it back to me. Well, boop, boop. Cop pulls up. Or I think I called the cops. Something happened. The cop showed up. And I said, "You need to arrest her." And she was like, "What do you mean arrest me?" And I was all, "Arrest you because you just stole my shit. I don't even know you like that. I just barely met you and I invited you in my house and you stealing my identity?" I said, "What are you gonna do?" Fraud, right? Fraud. You gonna go use me as a fuck you, right? I was a fuck you. So the cop was like, nah, yeah, that don't sound right. So I'm gonna have to lock you up. Well, I went to the feds, and that's how I know where the Fed headquarters is at. I met some Mexican dude, older dude, and I'm sitting down in the lobby with him, ready to make a statement on her about her stealing my identity. Because I know the bitch knows my numbers now. You know what I'm saying? She knows my driver license number and all that. Name, address. She could forge the mail like all the others do. And man, she could get away with a lot of shit. So I told the FBI, and that bitch walks in the building. That same chick that stole my fucking wallet. And she's looking at me like I'm gonna fucking beat your ass till you die. And I was all told the cop, I said, "B, you better get this bitch out of my face before I fucking knock her out with this chair." You know what I'm saying? So I pick up the chair and I had the four pegs pointing at her like, "Bitch, if you come fucking anywhere close to me, I'm gonna fucking stab you in the fucking eye with this fucking chair. Or you don't fucking touch me, you fucking thief ass bitch. I trusted you in my house, now I don't trust you for shit." You know what I'm saying? You thieving ass bitch. And the FBI said, "Yeah, you better not fuck with him because you're in the wrong. You shouldn't even be gang stalking him. We're filing charges on you and you're over here trying to interrupt this? Nah, bitch, you gotta go, right?" So the FBI dude, he pushed her back, and she was mad because she couldn't stop me from pressing charges on her. And I woke up and I said, "Damn, this bitch is psycho." And I said, "This bitch stole my identity. God's telling me she knows your identity. She stole it. She knows your shit, son. She knows you need to get her in trouble. You need to call judgment on her, and I'll take it from there." You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. I woke up and called judgment on her. And I was all, fuck, her boyfriend's just like, or her baby dad's just the same way too. Hating me for no fucking reason. Well, Charlie and Gina, Arnold Delgado's brother, Charlie Delgado, wife Gina, knows this chick I'm talking about. Her whole Gina and all her family know her. Oh, fuck, I'm trying to remember her name. If I don't remember her name, I'm going to come up with it later on the video or the next video. I'll remember her name. It's on the tip of my tongue. And so, and then I saw another download about 3 days ago. I was in a classroom and students were walking from one class to the next class. You know, like the teacher had no authority. The students were running the show. You know what I'm saying? And the one of them was poking holes in the wall, and I could see straight through the wall to the other classroom. And I didn't want to look through the hole because I kind of felt like they might shoot something, you know, through the hole that I was peeping through. And he was digging in the walls. You know what I'm saying? Digging in the walls, which I have to think about what that dream really meant. I haven't really thought about it, but the teacher tells me, I sit down, I wanted to get away from all the traffic that was coming in and out of because they're trying to mess with the wall, right? And the teacher, I sat back maybe a few more rows back, and a lady teacher, she was like not a blonde, but like a brunette, like a brownish hair. And she was older than me, a little bit older than me, like in her 40s, late 30s, early 40s, maybe early 50s. But she was a young teacher still. And she hands me a paper, you know, like saying, like here, she's all signed right there, and she's all, "You're catching out." She said catching out or cashing out. And I told her, "What? I ain't signing nothing. Shit." And I looked at the paper and it said dad, my stepdad. But it said dad. And it said Arnold Delgado. It had all my stepdad's names on it. And it said dad. And it said my name. Like it had my signature on it, which I never signed these papers in my life. It said Arnold Delgado, dad. And then it had my fraud signatures on it. And she said, "I need you to sign it right now. She's all, you're leaving right now." And I was all, leaving? Where? I don't even fuck with my dad no more. I don't fuck with none of my family. On my fake mom's side or my real dad's side. None of my family. The only family that I'm gonna fuck with from here on out are just gonna be, I'm only gonna fuck with my kids. That's it. Because they're my blood. I have to take care of them. And that's my only family I got. So that's the only family that I'm gonna roll with or be with or hang out with or you know, protect and be families with, be cool with. You know, that's just my kids, my bloodline. I'm starting all brand new again from the ground up because I do not trust my dad's side. They all stole from me. I do not trust my stepdad's side or my fake mom's side, much less my grandma or fake grandma, fake grandpa. Charlie, what family do I have? I have descendants in Europe. Yeah, I might give them a chance, but even at that, I gotta know them too. I know I got family members deeper down the roots, you know, in the Spanish land grants, but do I trust them? Hell nah. Where were they when they knew all this? They know what was going on. Where were they when they killed my grandpa? Where were they when they killed my cousin, my uncle Pete? Where were they when they tried killing me? Involved, just hush hush, just getting royalty checks off my goddamn money. Come on, dog. You think I'm stupid? I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid, people. I know what the fuck's really going on. So that's why I know it's gonna take longer. It's gonna take a year and a half, 2 years, 2.5 years to get all this shit over with, dog. You know, elites are gonna start getting locked up. Every month, every other month, somebody, some big head honcho dude, some CEO, some corporation, something. Every month, bro, something's gonna go down. Every week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know. It's gonna happen though, repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see how much fraud was under my name, bro. I'm talking about Illuminatis, Freemasons, doctors, lawyers, judges, mayors, senators, fucking Supreme Court judges. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I wouldn't doubt it if I'm right. You know, all the way to higher than that. Way higher than that. It's gonna, yeah, this money, this fraud stuff goes deep, bro. Like I said, they've been doing this for 350 plus years. It just so happened that they picked the wrong person to do it with. The chosen one. God's chosen one. God's chosen one put an end to all that. Because God's anointing's on him. God chose him. God's chosen one. God was chosen by him to rule all nations one day. Not today, tomorrow, but he's ruling all nations. Why do you think all these rulers worldwide are they're panicking, they're worried, they're concerned, they're losing money and assets left and right. You know, family are getting sick and ill, they're losing power, they're losing money, fame, recognition, they're looking like fools, and then they want to paint me the villain when they're the thieves that stole my money, wrongfully stole my money, murdered my ancestors. Come on. That's not the way a government or world should ever be run. No, no. By Satan and his army? No, hell no. So hallelujah, man. God brought you the most heaviest hitter above all them. One chosen one by God is going to rule 8 billion people. Or is already ruling 8 billion people. The humble way too. Not all freaking like a tyrant and boastful and all that kind of shit that I could care less about. But you know what? I'll get back to that subject, finish that subject in a minute. But that girl, I'll call judgment on her, dog, because I know she's a loose cannon. She's a threat. She's a maniac, bro. She's like my ex Valerie, my ex baby mom, my son's mother. She's. I mean, if she could stalk me, and she uses her looks, bro. She knows she got a little thicky body, but she's a down low hood rat. She's for the streets, and even Michael had to, take her to court and win his son back. And he won his son because he's living off my money. He's balling off my money. Yeah, he works as a truck driver and all that, but and he brags about that job like he runs the whole fucking. He acts like he's the CEO of that company, bro. For him to boast like that, I know he stole my money. And then he's living in a 2-story house with all these kids, and I know damn well, bro, that his new baby mama's an Indian. And Indians steal too. You know, they all steal. Indians they're Indian givers. They won't say steal. They don't want to give it back. You think they want to give it back? They're Indian givers, dog. Anyways, I'm not talking shit either. I'm just spitting facts. Now I'm gonna get to the good part. I'm gonna get to the real good part. I just gotta address these few things that are on my chest. Yeah, and that teacher, man, I knew she was a bad teacher. She was a terrible teacher. So, and it's funny how when I had that download, I said, I never learned anything in school because I really didn't. I never really learned anything besides rejection, stagnancy, limbo, stuck in limbo every day, not knowing what the fuck's gonna happen the one day to the next, kicking me out of class for no reason, punishing me, going to the office every fucking all the time for stupidity fucking reasons, bro. When gang members are skipping school, walking down the halls, and I'm over there going to my locker and, oh, you're at your locker, we gotta suspend you because you went to your locker. I have to go to my locker. I got math class next. I'm done with science. I gotta go to math class. Well, according to the way you opened that locker, we didn't like it. What didn't you like about it? Oh, it's because it's you, bro. We don't. It's not that you didn't. It's because you don't know it yet, but it's because of you. It's because of who you really are. You just don't know it yet. So at that time, of course, I didn't know who I was. Everything was top secret. Everything. Everything was coordinated. And that teacher has a lot of forgery under my name, bro. Whoever this lady teacher is, she is not a good teacher. She is a demon, a lying-ass, narcissistic demon, bro, that forces kids to do what she wants her to do. And damn, is she bought off to the max. Whoever that teacher is. And I call judgment on her too, God. Exposure, lawsuits, persecution to the max. Because whatever she did in my name will get exposed right now. Same thing with Michael's ex baby mama, whoever she is. I'm trying to remember her name, dude. I'm trying to remember her name for the sake of me. She ain't hard to find. Just look up one of his son's mothers. It ain't Veronica. He has kids with Veronica. It's the other one. I think he has 3 kids with Veronica. And then a boy with this chick. He has a son by her. His last recent son is with that chick I'm talking about. His last baby mom. That's the one that stole my identity. So she's out there thieving. She's a thief, bro, for a living. She used to be with Ignacio. I don't think she's with him anymore. Probably because she's a thief. Nobody wants her. And, let me see one more thing, I think, before I tell you the good part. If I remember, I'll just come back, I guess, later on this video or the next. But yeah, I'm gonna need Secret Service, bro. I'm gonna need to hire at least 3 Secret Servicemen. You know what I'm saying? 3. Everywhere I go, 1 driver. If I don't decide to drive, but I'm gonna need Secret Servicemen, at least 2 to 3 Secret Servicemen with me at all times. Especially if I go like to restaurants or if I have company with me and kids. Want to keep an eye on the cook, want to keep an eye on the door, make sure no threats enter the area that I'm in, or no gang full of cars pull up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be strapped everywhere I go. I have to have a weapon. I have to have a weapon. I have the right to carry. I'm a royal goddamn king, bro. Multi-billionaire. Some pretty soon a trillionaire. Uh, if I ain't a trillionaire by now, I'm gonna be. Believe that. Believe that. And I'm gonna fix Corpus, San Antonio. I need Greg Abbott to reach out. You know, as soon as this happens, I'm not telling you to do it right now today. Just wait on God's timing. When I get it and you feel in your heart, hey, it's time to call him. I just feel like, call me, dude. Call me, reach out. You know, you're a governor, for God's sake. You know how to get a hold of me. Call me, text me first, whatever. Text message is cool. That'll be really nice to get a text first, and then I'll reach you right back. And after that, we'll take it from there, because I got a lot of plans for you. I got a lot of plans for you, man. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a little time to get to that point. But when we do get to that point, you're going to say, God damn, Richard, how did you plan all this? I'm going to be like, I planned this when I was 18. I had all this shit planned out when I was 18, bro, believe it or not. It's just now that I'm able to finally do it now. It's finally, these plans are actually happening now, and when I'm able to talk to you one-on-one, because I don't think on the phone it'll be safe. I'd rather talk to you in person. One day when I explain to you how very important this has to happen, not just how very important it is, but how it has to happen like this, no matter what. When I explain it to you, you're gonna be like, wow, I did not see it like that. I did not see it like that. But now that you showed me like that, that's the only way it has to be. It has to be like that. I was thinking it was going to go this way. If not, it's going to go this way, this way. No, but man, bro. That solved all these problems. I'm going to be like, yeah, you see? At the end of this, now you see the picture. But I need you to help to tell all your people that you really trust, all your heavy hitters, to link up with me so I can link up with you, so we can link up together and become one powerful, unstoppable fucking state. Unpenetrable, uncursable, unstoppable, powerful fucking state. And Florida's gonna be like, King really knows how to rule. He really motherfucking knows how to rule. And in the meantime, he's been blessing me. In the meantime, he's been showing me, guiding me. Now I need to holler at this nigga. Hey, King, I think, can you make that happen over here? I'll be like, andale, way. Now you're getting the, waiting for you phone call. And then the governor in fucking Florida is going to be like, son of a gun, how the fuck did he know all this shit? Which, by the way, I'm halfway there with California. California is a pretty fucked up state, bro. A lot of pedophiles, a lot of gang members, a lot of millionaires that are corrupt, a lot of money involved over there. That state alone is like over $1 trillion worth of fucking government funding, dude. Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraudery, of my money, of fraud is over there. Billions. Maybe even the whole fucking 1.1 trillion. I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past me. But we'll get there, people. We're getting there already, day by day. You know, we're locking people up over there, over here, over there, over here, over there, over here, over there. You know, worldwide too. I want to do charity in China. I want to do charity in Ukraine, but I'm not gonna do it if there's corruption. It's like I'm spending my money for. I'm giving money to the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna do that no more. I gotta make sure if I do charity, I give it. It's giving back to the people. You know, clothes, water, supplies, housing, or building buildings. You know, to put them in, and then when they get on their feet again, you know, start paying back. You know, pay back, pay forward. But they will be it'll be all brand new shit. It won't be used, you know, abused appliances. It'll be all brand spanking new shit. They'll be able to start a new life, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be able to make jobs, benefits for them, you know, to get back on their feet. You know, food stamps. I don't know, medical. I don't know, bro. Something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Now I can't do it all in one day today. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, yo. So, I had to plug in my phone. It was dying. So, yeah, I'm gonna need Secret Service, bro. I'm gonna have to hire Secret Servicemen and military police or police that I trust. I prefer military background because y'all know more discipline, more patience. Y'all are more headstrong. Y'all are not like distracted easy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about military police. Y'all are more calm. You're not all. Not saying all policemen are like that, but you could tell military police from a regular policeman. I could tell right off the bat. Your demeanor, the way you stand, everything. The way you react to things too. And I'm gonna need y'all to patrol my neighborhood and especially my neighborhood while the Secret Service, you know, patrol my house, you know, make sure nobody's walking up on the house or messing with my vehicles or my water supply or power or none of that shit. They'll even have drones if they need drones. Just, you know, and then we'll do shifts, you know what I'm saying? And I'll pay for my Secret Servicemen and I'll pay for the military police. I'll pay for it. You know, I want to feel safe. I want my kids to feel safe, and I'll pay to get my son back if I have to pay, which I shouldn't. I shouldn't have to pay one penny. It's not my fault that they, you know, I shouldn't have to pay. But if I have to hire lawyers for it to go smoother and faster, fuck it. Yeah, I will. I'll do whatever it takes to. If that's the only way to get it smoother and faster, but I need my son back first. Figure out, you know, and know what's going on. I need to know what's going on with my kids, man. I need to hire. Actually, I do need a lawyer. I need a lawyer. I need to know a good lawyer. Hire a real good lawyer. So I can know what's up with my daughter, with Kayla, and then, you know, my other daughter that I don't, you know, figure out her name, know her name, you know, who touched her, because I know tons of people try to fuck with her too. You know, and persecute all them that touched her, harassed her, gang stalked her, and, you know, everything else. I don't want to talk about. Because what they did to me, they did to my kids too. And I already had dreams of it, bro. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. So when I hear about it, it's like God already showed me in my dreams. So it's not going to be like, nah, I already knew. I already fucking knew. I already knew. And if it didn't happen, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. If it didn't happen to my little girl, but I know it happened to my big girl. Sure, I already know that for sure. So yeah, and I already got my jet in San Antonio ready, gassed up. I finally put a decal on it since Trump didn't do it. You know, if he didn't do it by now, I'll put a decal on in my robe. If I like the way it looks, I'll put it on. I need to hire a social media professional to help me out with like my Facebook, my TikTok, Instagram, so I could start doing my business. You know, reach out business and economy wise and law wise. You know, so people could be aware. Hey, King's plans on changing the law real soon about this. You know, King's economy over here. The economy over here is gonna boom because King's doing this. You know, his brand Bugachi's finally flourishing because King's doing this now. You know, King's on top of YouTube now, so YouTube's gonna be better now. He's the owner and all that now. He's not being trafficked and leashed off of and all them taking his credit and money and fame and recognition and getting rich off his talents and gifts. So now he's the one in charge. So now he's the talent gift. Now he could say who's gonna get the most viral hits and all that, because they, you know, they'll give all the dumb viral hits back then to the dummies. You know, now it's changed. You know, you're starting to see actually real mature stuff on YouTube and humble videos, funny videos, and everything. YouTube's a good fucking website. Google too. And I plan on changing every bank here in Texas to Royal Bank eventually. We're going to shut down banks after banks and transform them into Royal Banks. And y'all are going to be banking out of my bank. And then little by little, we'll turn money into digital currency, and little by little, you know what I'm saying? It won't be like one big tidal wave where it overwhelms people. You know, it'll be to where the elderly people are going to be like, I was nervous at first, but now I actually like this because it's a lot more simple. I also I want y'all to pay y'all's bills on the phone, you know, the computer, the phone. It's all going to be digital. You're not going to have to go to the courthouse to pay bills unless you can. We'll still make it possible, but you will have to do facial recognition, thumbprints, and, you know, and signatures, and you might even have to talk saying this is you, you know, voice recognition as well, you know, so no frauds can happen. And then same thing when you pay your bills on your phone, you're gonna have to do FaceTime. You know, I want real knowledge of who's paying the bills. You know, is it your baby mama? You know, we're gonna kind of question after a while, how come you ain't paying the bill? Oh, because I'm killing him slowly. I'm poisoning him. I'm the one who's gonna take over his fucking destiny life. You know, destiny swapping him here, for God's sake. Why are you asking so many goddamn questions? Well, for one, because we don't want this shit to happen. And for two, you're getting locked up now. You're actually getting locked up now. Because you trying to, nah, man. Let him be independent. Let him pay the bills under his name. Let him pay the bills. I understand sometimes you may be at work. You may be, okay, your wife. Somebody else can too. But we're going to ask questions, bro. We're going to want to know. Not going to be all in your goddamn business where you can't breathe. But we're going to want to know. We're going to want to know. To make sure there's no false play. No fraud. No false play. No foul play. No fraud. No foul play at all. You know, none of that shit. I'm not going to let none of that shit fly from here on out. And it's going to be simple, though. It's not going to be like, oh, you got to answer 1,000 questions. No, like, especially when you go grocery shopping, it's going to see your face. You know, your card, your phone, your watch may be able to do it by then. And if you put your card, it's going to show your face, your thumbprint. Boom. Digital currency. Your cell phone, digital currency. But like bank transactions, even power of attorney, you can't do power of attorney without that person being present. Which is every attorney that said he had power of attorney over me. I want that attorney to show on tape that he had me sign that paper. That he had me on tape signing that paper, that I gave him power of attorney. I guarantee every attorney out there worldwide is going to be like, Don't change that law. Don't change that law, because if you do, we're all fucked, man. We're all fucked. Yeah, I'm changing it now. Greg Abbott, Supreme Court judges, Capitol, Austin Capitol. I'm changing that law now. From here on out, every person that thinks they have power of attorney over somebody, that somebody has to be aware of what a power of attorney really actually means before they even sign it. That person that they say has to have power of attorney over actually has to be there, whether if he's on a wheelchair or not, or in a vegetable in a hospital or not. That person still has the right to be heard. Because how do you know if he's fighting for his life and then you go up in that hospital and he's in a coma, but he can still hear and listen and move his finger? And if they say, did you give power of attorney over him? And he does this, what does that tell you? The whole family's out to get him for his money. What happened? You know what I'm saying? So you're telling me you wouldn't sign this? No. So who did this? Them. It had to be them. I never did this. They did. So this is your fake signature? Yes. Then you're going to go to that attorney and you're going to be like, so where's the receipts? Where's the videotape? How come his signature don't match this one? The flow, all that. How come it don't match? Because you're frauding him. Ándale, ¿me entiendes, Mendes? So all these power of attorneys we're gonna replace judges, we're gonna replace lawyers, DAs, prosecutors, doctors, nurses. We're gonna replace them, bro. And then when they get replaced, they're gonna get sued. They're gonna go to court and go to jail, lose their houses and homes, and I'm gonna keep their houses and homes, and I'm gonna give them to the people that deserve to be in houses and homes. That's how you turn the tables, bro. All we gotta do is stand together and the whole Monopoly game comes falling down. The whole Monopoly game. The more higher and stronger we stand together, the more faster the Monopoly falls. Just have a backbone. That's it. Don't be scared. Rise. Have a backbone. So, for God's sake, my back been breaking. Not breaking. I don't want to say it's been breaking, but my back has took a toll, dog, because I had all the weight of the world on me and everybody's sins and everybody's problems and everybody's lies and deceits and curses and futures and everybody's responsibilities because they don't want to be responsible. And I had to be the one that's responsible because nobody else was responsible. Everybody was blind. You know what I'm saying? I'm blind, dude. I'm loony, man. And it's like, life ain't like that. It's supposed to be fun and funny, but not like that. What happens when war comes and you want to act like fucking Bugs Bunny? Oh, shit. All these gangsters want to act tough, but when war comes knocking on their door, oh, shit. Just because you got an AR or AK, what is that to a military drone? To Apache helicopters, a SWAT team? What is all that? Nothing. Nothing, bro. That's nothing but a paper bag ready to get ripped. Gangsters, dog, they're funny, bro. Gangsters are so funny. You see, and the Illuminati and Freemasons fund all these gang members that are against me and all these gangsters that are against me. Which, by the way, I don't know about the Crips yet. And the ABers, we're still figuring that out. But my Texas main niggas, we're too organized. We're too patient. We're too humble, dog. We're with the government. They work with the king. They yeah. Yeah, we do rule you, man. Me and my government, we rule you. I rule you, but because I rule you, my government rules you too. You know, but not Texas made. We Texas made is more of a we got a purpose. We got a future. We have a future. Not got. We got it too, but we have a purpose. We have a future. We have goals. We have standards. We have patience. We have integrity. I'm not saying all of them, every single one of them are fucking goddamn perfect, but hey, you put my gang compared to all these other gangs, you're gonna say these are fucking angels because they are, bro. They're all God fearing people, for one. Every gang member of my gang is God fearing. So, are they really a gang? Nah, think about it. Do they run like these gangs? Nah, think about it. Do they act? Man, they may got tattoos, swag like that, but nah, think about it. Do they do forgery like them? No. Do they worship the devil like them? No. Do they still kill and destroy like them? Maybe they did a few accidents in their past, but they're God fearing now. They're forgiven. I don't give a fuck if the feds bring that up or the C. I don't care, bro. They're forgiven. They're all God fearing men. They're not what they used to be or what you label them to be. You know what I'm saying? They have broken those chains. You are not the judge of them no more. God is the judge. You know what I'm saying? And these gang members hate that, bro, because they're like, fuck. Not only is he rising out there, he's rising in the pinta too, in the jails, the fucking mental hospitals. He's firing all these fucking witch doctors and these witch fucking practitioners and nurses and physicians and psych doctors and these corrupt fucking prison guards and I go on and on. But it has to be done. It has to. It's called balancing the scales. It's called bringing peace and justice and order and balance into this world again. Instead of chaos, lies, fraud, deception, stagnancy, limbo, fear, corruption, lies, deceit, death, sickness, illness, disease, cancers, fucking, oh my God, fights and rage and anger and hate and jealousy and envy and curses and black magic and all that evil, dark, demonic bullshit. You don't see my gang doing that. They won't ever do that. They work for me. They work for us, FBI. All you gotta do is just talk to them. They'll get it done. As long as it's in the same vision that I have, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, King did mention that. King did mention that years ago. It's finally happening. All right, cool. Yeah, we got you. You need us to help you out with something? Okay, we got you. We just been waiting on orders. You see what I'm saying? We're patient, bro. We're not stupid because we know this day. We knew these when I was incarcerated. They knew, dog, that hey, King one day is gonna fucking rise, and when he does, this whole motherfucking pyramid is coming down, bro. The whole fucking pyramid is coming down, and I want to be able to walk out of this bitch free, untouched. As best as possible. In the meantime, if I gotta stay here, eventually he's gonna help us out here. He's gonna make sure we're fed, we're not, starving, we're not struggling. We got TV, phone calls, cell phones and tablets, we're eating like champs in here, getting healthy, working out. So God forbid if we ever need a fight, we're strong, we're ready. If we don't have to fight, then even better. But either way, King got it. He's gonna try his hardest to give us the best outcome. And I trust him. Because that motherfucker has heart. That motherfucker has heart, bro. Biggest goddamn fucking heart I've ever seen in my life. That's why I'm in his clique, not these motherfuckers out here. These fools are fucking Looney Tunes, dog. They don't even know what ass cheek to sit on. You know what I'm saying? When they damn, bro. Anyways, yeah, so and they got crooked cops, you know what I'm saying, all over the nation, bro. Even all over the world, there's gang members all over the world. not just the United States, in the islands, in China, in fucking Russia, in fucking. There's gang members a lot of places, bro. But you'll never meet a gang like mine. And I know Crips, they're starting to really see how important, not important, but they're starting to see how really, really shit is getting run now. And they're realizing, yeah, we can't fuck over the king, because if we do, we're fucked, bro. We're all fucked. And look how fucking far we got. Look how many years we survived this, you know. Do we really want to go against him? Even in the future, we're really fucked, you know. But if we do it now, just because we think he's outnumbered, he ain't, bro. I mean, if y'all had anything to do with fucking with my son, swear to God, y'all are gonna pay. Swear to God, y'all are gonna fucking pay. But if you had nothing to do with me and my kids, you ain't gonna pay for shit. You're gonna be with me in Texas Made. And the same thing with ABers. If y'all had anything to do with my kids, y'all are gonna pay. The ones that did. The ones that didn't and want to follow me, follow, you know, my path to victory, you know, to a new world, to victory in a new world, brand new world, a new world of victory. There you go. Of peace and all that good shit. And chances are you'll never have to step foot in prison again. If you just follow my way. That's all it takes. Give your life to Christ and follow my way, and I'll guide you there. Not overnight, maybe not this year either, but it's gonna happen within the next 1.5 to 2.5 years. You know, it's God's time, bro. I wish I could do it sooner. People, I know. I really wish I could too, but you're not the only people involved in hard times. There's homeless people out there that are struggling. You know, kids in hospitals that are being drained for their energy. You know, their destiny. Just innocent kids, bro, getting trafficked. Elderly getting trafficked. Me still getting, you know, trafficked until I get this money. You know, it's not just about you. It's not just about me. It's about everybody in this world, man. So that's what makes your heart, you know, this what makes us stronger as a kingdom, you know. So when this Babylon does fall, we unite and we like really, really know how important our lives are. You know, we really know how important our lives are. Not just mine, not just yours, but ours. You know, the kids, the elderly, the sick, you know, the blind, the missed limbs, the handicaps, you know, the ones that are vegetables and comas. Just because they're in a coma doesn't mean we gotta pull the plug. Who's to say God's gonna use me to go over there and save them and raise them from a coma? You don't know that. Just, I don't care if they're on a machine. Keep them on a machine and until that day comes. Who's to say once this swamp gets drained so much, all that vampire demons, the energy vampires that suck all his energy out of it till he's in a fucking coma. Once those people get locked up or die or get sick and die or perish and die, get bombed and die, hey, his heartbeat's gonna get higher. His fingers are gonna move. His head's gonna move. He's gonna start talking. His toes. He's gonna take a piss on his own. You know, you don't know that. Trust me, I do. I know the spiritual realm. I know it though. Every day chains are breaking off me and breaking off you. Whether you know it or not. It's happening. And it started 13 years ago when I answered that call from God. Right away, I knew, fuck. Damn, Rich, I don't know how I'm going to do this. God didn't even tell me how. He didn't even tell me how. He just said I will make you ruler over all nations. I will make you. Yeah, but how? How though, God? How? Everyone's going to kill. Don't worry, fear not, for I'm with you. No. Don't worry. You know, he didn't say, he just said, fear not, for I'm with you. So I said, "Orale, okay, if you're with me, I'm gonna go balls out. You know, balls out. I'm gonna fuck shit up." And I did. I did. I fucked shit up. But then this, I fucked shit up. And y'all haven't seen nothing yet. Nothing. We're not even. Shit, dude. We're like fucking 10, 12% there. Maybe 15. When I get this money, we're like 15%. Then by next year, we'll be like at 17, 18%, 20. It could go faster, like fast. It could go up faster, but we gotta lock up the Obamas, the Clintons. You know, chances are the JFK too, cause that dude ain't doing nothing. The Kennedy, you know, about poison food and vaccines and all that. That dude's just, he's got to get replaced too. Trump's got to get replaced. You know, and God will do it, bro. God's gonna do it. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. Tomorrow, the next 4 days, God's gonna do it. I could feel it in the atmosphere. I could feel it, bro. That I already won. I already feel it. I already won. It's just a matter of time. I get a knock on the door or a phone call saying, "Mr. Guetta, or King Richard Guetta, this is so and so from Channel 3 News, Channel 6." Or you know, when I get a phone call from a lawyer, you know, "Hey, we just want to be the first ones to know that the news will be calling you here shortly in next 10 minutes or so. As soon as I hang up with you, I'll call them and let them know that I got in contact with you and that you're up in alert and you're taking a shower. You'll be ready in about an hour." So I'll relay that to the news now, and the news will be there in about an hour and 30 minutes. And then the whole world will know that I inherit all these billions of royalties, and I'm the ruler of this, ruler of that, owner of this, owner of that. You know, I descend from I'm the king of Viceroyalty of New Spain, and you know, I'm the chosen one of God that has, all this stuff's gonna come on the open. And then I'll be like, "Okay, I had enough questions. You know, tomorrow we'll talk more. You know, or give me another day off. You know, so I can enjoy my home. You know, wherever I'm going. You know, take a shower in some clean water for once. You know, and cook. You know, with good water, and have a cool house, not a hot one. You know, and a beautiful, perfect shower head I always dreamed of. And big toilet instead of the little ones. You know what I'm saying? God damn, I hate little ass toilets, bro. And you know, I love pit bulls. I love canines, big dogs. I love them, but I'm starting to like little dogs, bro. Like little weenie dogs or something. Like a Dachshund, like I used to have years back. I want a little dog that likes to lick, you know, a friendly one, not a little Chihuahua. I don't want a Chihuahua. I want something a little bit bigger, like a poodle weenie dog or something like that. Not too hairy though. I don't like hair all over. I don't like none of that shit. And I might get a little cat. You know what I'm saying? So they could have fun. You know, play and all that. Yeah, because I don't want to pick up too much. I used to pick up 50-pound bags of dog food like it was nothing. But that shit gets old, bro. That shit gets tiring fast. Buying it, loading it, putting it in the cart. You know, putting it on the belt. You know what I'm saying? The conveyor belt. You know, beep. Okay, beep. 2 bags today? Yes. All right, Mr. Guetta. That'll be $110. Damn, bro. That's only gonna last 2 weeks. God damn. You know, $50 a week. You know, bag a week. That's all it lasted. So I'm like, damn, I need to go down lower, you know what I'm saying? Buy the 25-pound bag that'll last a month, you know what I'm saying? And then, or buy some, mix it with some canned, some good food for the dog and the cat. Mix it and then so they can eat good, eat healthy, and all that. See, I'd rather deal with that instead of 50-pound bags like I used to, and pick up big piles of fucking doo doo and throw it in a fucking trash bag or the empty food bags, because I used to use the food bags too, because the material was thick, it wouldn't rip. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just tie it up and chunk it in the fucking trash. Tired of that shit. But I love pits, man. I love bullies, razor's edge bullies and shit. I do. German Shepherds, Doberman Pinschers, boxers, some boxers. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go small this time. Just a little chill dog that I could take with a roll with me, in the plane. A chick magnet, you know what I'm saying? One that the girls could actually enjoy. Lay on the bed with while they're licking them. The sofa, jump on and off. Shit like that. Little kitten, purring around you and shit. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I got that jet ready. Which, by the way, I can't wait to fly in it. And I can fly to Florida, hang out with the governor in Florida and talk about, what problems we need to solve there, what kind of assets we could build there, tear down, rebuild, infrastructure, shit like that. Whatever we need, just let me know. I'm there. I'll fly over there with my Secret Service, military. I will have my military by then. Because when I get this money, I'm going to talk to the military police and the military, I'm going to talk to the generals and, at every base here in Texas. And I'm going to be like, all right. Okay, all right. Things are, all right. Now it's in order. All right, now we can. All right, now I could go to Florida on my F-35s, F-16s, F-22 Raptors, and my Secret Service on my jumbo jet, my pets, my friends, or girlfriends if I have any by then, if I decide to have any by then, whatever. Might just want company, fuck it, just, a couple girls I have company with. Smoke a little doty on the way over there, smoke a little doty back, drink some wine, maybe a little shot or two, here and there, every now and then. Yeah, maybe. But anyways, and then when we lock up more people in Florida, Cali, we'll do the same thing to Cali. And hopefully I could get there before the tsunami comes. Because if not, I'm going to have to send the tsunami to finish it off and then go over there and, close the cracks, the earthquake cracks, and drain the water as fast as I can, and rebuild, Yeah. But good thing about me staying here in Texas, man, we're not going to get hard. We're not going to get hit hard at all. Once Babylon falls, man, Texas is going to be like this, bro. Fucking solid. We're going to be solid. Our power grid is going to be solid. Our water supply. Which, by the way, we're working on that right now, too. We're doing a lot right now. We're firing all the peasants, You're just a peasant, bro. You never solve nothing. You're fired. You're fired. But all y'all been right by my side, right or die. So y'all are good. We're good. Y'all are good. But this peasant and that one over there gotta go. So yeah. But anyways, I think I said enough. You know, said what I needed to say for this part two for today. And if I don't like that house that y'all want me to go to, I would just might look at a couple more real quick. Show me some beautiful houses that match my. Send me a real estate agent, or somebody, bro, a lawyer, or somebody, and give me some paperwork on houses, pictures, and how the bedrooms, restrooms, and the yard looks, the pool. And I don't like none of them. I'll just go to that one of them that I'm building right now. That's almost done, and I'll live in there until it's completely done. I don't care if I hear machinery and contractors and stones getting cut and all day long. I don't care. I'm in that house that I always dreamed about. You know what I'm saying? And that house is big. It's a big house. It has balconies. It has the windows that I like. It has a front back balcony. It has chimneys. It has a pool. I think it should have a fucking pool. It has a guest house. So I could have my Secret Service, live there, bro, until my kids come, and then I'll build across the street. There's an empty lot. I'm gonna buy that too, and I already planned. It should already been built years ago. All this money, I'm getting it all back, and then I'm gonna build it now, bro. I'm just gonna start doing it. I'm gonna build either another house there or a parking lot there, so I could have people come visit me, or I'm gonna build like a intel military, security little facility for to patrol, make sure my house is safe at all times. You know what I'm saying? At all times. If something funny happens, they already got cameras and they're right across the street. You know what I'm saying? Patrolling my neighborhood. They got cameras and voice records and everything. Microphones that they have to. Around that area that they. And I do too with my cameras in my house. I already got cameras there. They're running. I got water running already. I got electricity. The power's on. The plumbing's good. If I need furniture or bed, fuck, I'll get that right then and there the same day. You know what I'm saying? I'll just go to Ashley's or Wilcox or somewhere. Buy the best comfortable bed. Send it over there the same day. Shit, if I gotta sleep on the floor one day, I'll do it. At least I'm out of this bitch. I'll sleep on the floor with a pillow and a blanket. I don't care. And then the next day, get my dream bed or a bed that I could start off with. You know what I'm saying? Sofas. Whatever. So if I don't have that in that house, then you know what I'm talking about. You know which house I'm talking about. So if I don't have an ice machine yet, get me one. And I would like this ice machine to have the best water too, the best of the best of the best, clean, crisp, cold, crisp water. That ice machine that makes, like Sonic ice too, not big chunks. I want that Sonic ice. Either in the garage or like in the kitchen somewhere. I don't know. But I want a big ass deep freezer because I'm gonna cook a lot of barbecue. I'm gonna eat a lot of meat, a lot of steak and shrimp. Grilled chicken, ribs, fajitas, chicken. I'm gonna eat a lot of good. I'm gonna eat that shit all the time. Big pantry to put all my canned goods and spices and food, whatever that I can fit in chocolate candies, dark chocolates. Yeah. And then the best of the best washer and dryer. If I don't have that now, buy it now. Install it now, bro, because chances are that's probably the house I'm gonna go to. The one I'm talking about. Because it has a pool. It already has a functioning house in the back for my Secret Service to live in. They don't even gotta leave the perimeter, bro. They could eat, shit, sleep in that house right across, in my own backyard. And it's a 2-story, and they got a balcony too, and it's central heating there, and they got a pool. If I'm gone, for the weekend or the whole week, I'll be like, hey, y'all can enjoy the pool. Just make sure you don't piss in it. I will come back and check. You know what I'm saying? I will check my cameras and I will check the water if it has any urine in it. God damn it. But nah, I know y'all wouldn't do that to me, cause y'all will get fired immediately if y'all do. Cause that's disrespect. You don't do that when you got a toilet inside the goddamn house, right? All you gotta do is get up and go and piss in the house. And I'll just have my Secret Service live there in that house, and I could talk to him every day. Tell him, you know, what do you know about, intel system, camera system, shit that I'm curious about. Well, we know this. Okay, well, can you get that for me? Yeah, of course, we get you anything. All right, cool. That's what I want here. That's what I want over there. And then when you get that here and put it over there, I'll be like, here's a little bonus. You know what I'm saying? Because you're giving me what my heart desires. And then, and y'all might just, it's paid for. All you got to do is just pay rent. You don't got to pay nothing else. Just pay the, I might tell y'all, each one of y'all pay, I'm going to pay y'all for working with me. And then y'all going to be living there. At least y'all could do is just pay back, I don't know, $500 a month each, or maybe 1,000 a month each, And then when I cook barbecue, I'm going to cook for y'all too, When I have drinks, I'm going to shoot y'all some drinks too. When I have company, I'm not just going to, I'll be like, hey, look, there's my Secret Service over there. Say, what's up? Y'all going to be like, what's up? You know what I mean? Y'all going to still be on duty, but y'all ain't going to be like left out, like watching me have all the fun. Nah, I'm going to make sure y'all feel like family too. You know what I'm saying? But also do your job. Just do your job. So I think that house would be perfect, bro. The one I'm telling you about, because as a little kid, bro, teenager, I always passed by that house, that Pacific area, and I said, one day that's gonna be my house, man. That's my house. That's gonna be my house one day. That is my house. And then I started telling myself, that is my house. That is my house. And it is. It is my house. So, and if you don't like it back there, you may want something bigger. There's more houses I own down the street, that are a little smaller but bigger. If you want your own on that, I'll be like, okay, well, you got to pay more, but I could put you right down the street too if you want. You don't got to pay arm and leg as long as you work for me. You work for me, you're going to be like, shit, I work for King, I get all these benefits, dog, and I only pay this much rent. And that means all that extra money I get, I could buy steak and lobster like him, go to the gym, go fishing when I'm days off, I could buy this car that I always dreamed about. I'm more on this side now, so that means I could buy a boat because I'm by the ocean. I don't care what y'all do. Just let me know so I could be like, oh, my Secret Service is off today. He's probably fishing. Yeah, I won't bother him till Friday. I'll give him another day off. He just bought a boat. I'm going to let him enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Shit like that, dog. So, yeah. Anyways, man, much love. I'm out. Take care. Win these court cases, these lawsuits, and repeat it every day. Repeat this every day. Lockups, indictments, send warrants to my enemies every day. And yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how life is gonna be now. It's crazy. So I'm gonna take another nap, man. I need some more downloads and more rest because what's coming my way, I know I'm gonna be involved in a lot of activity after this. Eventually, I'm gonna have surely, I'm gonna have a lot of people want to do business with me. Government officials, lawyers, judges, and PDs, and mayors, and landowners, and real estate agents, and bankers, and contractors, and engineers, and landscape. Everyone have. I'm gonna be doing business with everybody, bro. Everybody. I'm gonna be. The city's gonna boom and keep booming and booming. San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, but we gotta take Thomas J. Henry, bro. I'm telling you, Thomas J. Henry he had a stronghold on all my major cities here in Texas. He had it. But now that he's under investigation, and I know my FBI are like, yeah, King was right. King was right about that motherfucker. That motherfucker's a killer whale. He ain't no great white. That motherfucker's a killer whale. That fool's like, yeah, damn, bro. Yeah, I know y'all are proud of me. I know all y'all motherfuckers are proud of me. You can't hide it. You can't lie. You can't front. You can't stunt. You know, goddamn well I'm the chosen one. You know, goddamn well I'm gonna change this world. It's just a matter of goddamn time, dog. Man, I know you're proud of me. You know why? Because I'm proud of myself. Much love. I'm out.